All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Lions Den camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom, also known as Babylon in the scriptures, spiritually Syria, spiritually Assyria, spiritually Nineveh, all right, and also spiritual Babylon. But before we go into this edification, we're going to go into 2nd Edras chapter 15 today. We want to give praises to the Most High and His Son, and being thankful for this word, man, that we're able to preach it and continue in this truth, man. Because we're in some dark times right now. We're in the times of disbelief. We're in the times of people falling away, falling back into the world. All right, in the time of destruction and judgment. So with that, we want to give praise to the Most High. We want to say, Call, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth, still to this day, man, as we move closer and closer to Judgment Day. All right, somebody get that, forsake not the gathering of yourselves together. I think it's in Hebrews. As you see the day approaching more and more. Let's start off with one of these precepts I asked for earlier.
2nd Edras 15.
This 2nd Edras 15.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah, let's go there.
Verse 28.
Yep, forgot the other one.
Behold,
Sword in front of my arm.
an horrible vision.
Oh, let's go to 16.
16.
Yeah, 15 and 16, I think it was, right? Where it said
So that shall be sedition.
no, where it say evil.
Evils grew upon the earth.
Yeah.
16 and 21.
Let's go to 21.
It's 16. This is 2nd Edras,
Yeah, let's lead right into it. That's crazy.
chapter 16 to 21. Like as they do, yet this day unto my chosen. Hold on, you sure that's it?
No, 2nd Edras 16.
16.
Yeah, 16, 21. Yeah. That's what I said.
Like
Yeah, I got the hard one you was asking for. Forsake not the assembly together.
Yep. We're going to bring this out first. Go ahead, brother.
All right, 2nd Edras 16, chapter 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right, because in the midst of world war, in the midst of war, prices usually skyrocket. And because people don't see the prices skyrocketing, what happens when something happens with Iran? The gas prices go up and people start to panic. They start to notice it. All right, but then they start to settle back down. And you see the prices at the shelves. You got people doing Black Friday, you know, going out buying and selling. So they think themselves to be in good case, right? So people getting comfortable. Go ahead, brother.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
Right, so even then, the evils are still going to grow upon earth, even though he running around singing, you know, these people, Miss Carolyn, see two Edomites over there playing the guitar, Jake just laying out in the middle of the field for no damn reason. But even then, shall evils continue to grow upon the earth. What evils? The type of evils that the Lord said He's gonna put in Putin's mind, and what's his name? Xi Jinping, Kim Jong Un, what's his name? Bibi. Everybody laughs when I say Bibi, right?
Baby,
I'm trying to figure out if you're saying Bibby or Diddy.
It's our close.
I got an interjection.
Let me finish the point real quick. Read it again. All right. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth. All right. So now the evils are growing upon the earth. What evils? The prophecies, man. All right. The prophecies. Somebody get that. Lamentations, mournings, and woe. Go ahead, brother. Can I?
This is Amos 9 and 8.
Written within and without.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Right. Yep. Go ahead.
Saving, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Right. And that's focusing on America, but also the rulership of these wicked empires, man. Satan's kingdom. That's what it's really talking about. All right. The satanic kingdom that's upon this earth. But the focus there would be also America. But I'm dealing with like Armageddon right now.
I got it. Let me tell you one as well.
Yep, go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 9.
Right.
And when I looked, behold, and a hand was sent unto me.
Right. The hand represents the angel. An angel was sent. Who is this? Ezekiel.
Con.
All right. That was Ezekiel. All right. 592 BC. Go ahead.
And lo, a roll of a book was therein.
Right, a roll of a book, because the whole book wasn't put together yet. That's why even in Revelations, he had a roll of the book. All right, so it was still being completed. So Ezekiel only had part of the book. Go ahead, prophecies.
And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without.
Right, just like this is written within and without, with judgments and prophecies, man. Go ahead.
And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
See that? So all those lamentations, mournings, and woe are growing upon this earth right now, man. All right, even while they try to ignore it, you know, living in denial. All right, the only one that's kind of not living in denial is what do you call it? The preppers.
Doomsday preppers.
Doomsday preppers, man. All right, but they don't know that there's nowhere to hide. They don't know. A lot of them idiot Edomites think they're going to be saved, man. They think the Lord came to save the whole world. You know, if you think He came to save everybody, why you hiding? Why you hiding in bunkers? You know, stand out in the open. Hey, Revelation 18, 8, I think it's 13.
Revelation chapter 8, verse
Right.
13.
Lamentations, mournings, and woe. What's that? War, destruction. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven,
Second Ezra 13, 13.
saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound.
Right, so this is leading to what? World War III. That's what the scriptures, that's what we're prophesying about. That's what the scriptures speak about, the coming judgments from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Bringing these nations together for war. What's that? About determination to gather the nations? Let's get those two real quick. Somebody got a precept I was asking for earlier?
Yeah, I got that. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1.
Yep.
He answered me then and said,
Got it.
measure thou the time diligently and within itself, when thou shalt see parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Right, the sign that He told us to look for. All right, or what? Lamentations, mournings, and woe. All right, go ahead.
It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
See that? So the Lord is visiting the world which He made, man. All right, go ahead. He said He's going to visit. Keep going.
I said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
Uproars of the people. What do we see over there in Ukraine? What do we see over there in the Middle East? What they call the Middle East, which it just says the East in the Bible. All right. What do we see? War breaking out. But these are wars and rumors of wars. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and uproars of the people in the world.
Right.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
See that? So that makes it what? Prophecy. It was spoken of before we were even on this earth. The Lord spoke of it to people like Ezekiel, to Jeremiah, Isaiah. He spoke the prophecy. These were so-called black men too, by the way. All right.
Termination.
Yeah, that one real quick, and then I got you, brother.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8.
Right. So all these wars breaking out. You got Armageddon breaking out, and people are like, nah, they either don't want it to happen, or they doubt that it's going to happen. You know, or they believe that the end is here, but they don't know how to get prepared for it. Go ahead, brother.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation.
Ooh, so the Lord is assembling all the kingdoms, so He can pour upon them His indignation, according to 2 Ezra 13. All right, and He's bringing them together for what? For war. And that's what we're gonna read about today, 2 Ezra 15, man. All right, somebody got something y'all want to bring out real quick?
I got one.
Okay, real fast. Let's run through a couple and then we get started.
All right, it's Malachi 4 and 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. So, hey, that day is coming, man. You know, the wicked, the wicked, which is Esau, all right, so-called Caucasian race, all right. He's gonna be as stubble in that day. He's gonna be burnt up. Even 2,005 people gonna be burnt up in that time, man.
Yeah, you join this man's military. You're gonna take your ass over there for this war, for Armageddon. A lot of these are reserves. You know, Esau try to walk around like they tough. They be on reserve. You know, come home to get all the big houses and shit. but they're gonna get their ass sent right back over there to war. You know, a lot of them getting prepared to be sent to Ukraine if they're not over there already. So yeah, man, it's building up the war of Armageddon, which in the Hebrew is Armageddon, which means the gathering of troops. So that's where the Lord gonna gather all the world's troops at. Let's get that. Nah, I ain't gonna get that. Not gonna get that yet. Matthew's 2nd Edras 15 and 28, and then let's go to Matthew's 24 and 6 to back that up.
This is Matthew chapter 24.
No, we're gonna start from 2nd Edras 15 first,
Oh, sorry.
and then we're gonna back it up with that precept.
The 2nd Edras, chapter 15, verse 28.
Yeah, we're gonna start right there after that.
Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
Right, that's what they call the Middle East, but really it's talking about the East. All right, what's that horrible vision? Armageddon. All right, this is a horrible vision for the world. It's gonna be scary. All right, because everybody on the world, on the earth right now, they want peace on earth, but it ain't coming. Somebody get that Matthew's 26, 24 and 6.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6.
Right, and Joel 3 and 2. We're gonna read that one more time. Right?
It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, so the Lord said you're gonna hear of wars and rumors of wars right before the Lord delivers us from this captivity. And his name is Yahushua. He's a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. They lied and said his name is Jesus. All right, we were brought over here in slavery, and we're gonna leave in salvation in chariots, man. All right, in the midst of World War III and Armageddon. Go ahead, brother.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass,
Right.
but the end is not yet.
See that? So all these things are building up, but the end is still not yet. All right, you still got the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. They got to be pushed on a world scale. All right, and you got famine that got to break out here in America. You got sedition among men, which is going to be what you call that? Race wars as well. You know, Civil War. Thank you. The water, brother. And yeah. So all these things got to happen first, and more of the elect got to be ushered into the truth. The Gentiles. He said to the time of the Gentiles be fully come in. All right, the Israelite foreigners. So let's go back to this now. Oh, let's read that again, then we're gonna go to Joel.
2nd Edras 15 and 28.
Yep.
Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
Right, Joel 3 and 2.
This is Joel.
Go ahead.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2.
Right, now you kind of see where I'm going, right? Yep.
It says, I will also gather all nations, I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, the valley of Yahushua, meaning what? Judgment, where the Most High is going to judge these nations' armies at. All right, go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
There you go. What's that? I will send far off from you the northern army. We may get that later though. It's all good. If not, I think it's Joel 2. Huh?
Joel 2.
What number though? 2 and what? I know it's in 2, but 20?
20. God.
Right? Let's wait on it then. It's cool.
Yeah, 2 and 20.
Yeah,
20.
yeah, I got it in the lineup. All right, so yeah, a horrible vision from the east. But he said, what? This is it. This is the vision.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, and that's really called the Valley of Kidron, which is right outside of Israel. But what the Lord is talking about is that whole Middle East, you know, and even taking it over to Ukraine, Eurasia a little bit. All right, go ahead. But the Valley of Kidron, now, when all these nations try to go take down Israel, that's going to lead who to back up Israel? Somebody get that? The least among us will draw them out. Right? Go ahead, brother.
It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
There you go, man. So the Lord is still going to judge these nations' armies. Because what they don't understand is they're the same people that took us down in our kingdom. They just came back as military soldiers now on this earth. Reincarnation. So those same soldiers and 2/3 of Jakes are here to get their judgment today. They're going to get sent over to that war, man. And get destroyed in that war. All right? Somebody got it?
Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he had purpose against the land of Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Right, there you go. So what is that talking about? Bibi, Netanyahu over there in Israel, people like them, kicking off this war. That's what sparked it. Once they went into Gaza, then they went into Syria, messing with Syria, messing with Lebanon. You know, now they focusing on who? Iran. And once they go into Iran a little bit more, or they go to that tit for tat becomes a hot war, that's going to really lead Russia into the war, because America's already involved. They already brought America into the war, just like Ukraine represents the least among them as well. They've already drawn the UK, NATO, and America into this battle with Russia. So this prophecy is happening right now as we speak, man. All right. Someone to read? Oh, you said what? So draw them out. All right. Now that's what 2nd Ezra 15 is speaking about. Them being drawn into this war, man, over there in the Middle East. And what it's going to do is that war is going to climax so much and so extremely that war is going to lead up to the doorsteps of America. All right. So let's get to it, man. 2nd Ezra's 15 and 28 again. We're gonna go to 29. All the way to 30. I mean.
It's 2nd Edras, chapter 15, 28.
Right.
Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance that are from the east.
Right. That's why he said, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth," because this is horrible for living beings on this earth, man. It's gonna be hell. You know, look at them over in Gaza. They running from bombs and shit just dropping out of the sky, blowing everybody up. Right, brother?
Verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth.
Right, and that you said dragons, right? That goes into those Arabians. It said dragons of Arabia. All right, dragons of Arabia. Go ahead. They shall come out against who?
They shall come out with many chariots, and the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come.
There you go. So that shows you a battle right there. That was 2 battles. That's a battle between the dragons of Arabia, and they're gonna be fighting against these Carmanians. All right, so these Saudi Arabians. So is it talking about Saudi Arabia? No, it's talking about America's allies over there in Assyria, what's called Mosul today. They got bases over there. America has bases in Baghdad and Iraq, and those Iraqis.
Sound like spiders.
Yeah, those people from Baghdad, they're Arabians. All right, but they're siding with America, and they're going to go and fight against those Carmanians, which are Persians, Iranians. Go ahead. And this is all heating up right now as we speak. All right, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites of the Bible. Go ahead,
and join battle with them.
Right. What it means, not going to join their side. It means they're going to join and go against them. All right, they're going to fight against them. So this showing you that the Arabians are going to be fighting against the Persians over there, which they have 2 different religious understandings. One is a Sunni, and the other one is a Shiite Muslim. And what the devil does, he plays both sides of the spectrum and use them against each other. Go ahead, brother.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
See that? So they're going to waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. So today, it's not talking about Assyria literally, you know, like the kingdom. It's talking about that land demographic over there in the Middle East, because it said the East. All right, and if you look in Assyria, the capital of Assyria today is Mosul, and America has bases all over there. So they're going to, a portion of those Arabians and those bases are going to be wasted. Go ahead.
Verse 31.
What's that? Nahum? Well, go ahead, though. You good. Nahum 3 and 11. I got it written down, matter of fact. Yeah. Joel 2 and 20. Come, brother. Let's do Nahum 3 and 11 first.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 11.
Right.
Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek the strength.
That also shall seek strength.
It's like, thou also shalt seek
too.
strength because of the enemy.
See. So America's gonna seek strength. They feel like they're the dominant force right now, but they're also gonna seek strength because of the enemies. The Lord said He's gonna raise up enemies. What's that? Fanners. You see real fanners? Yep. Whoever can get it quick, real fast. The fanners. You should raise up into
This
these
is the book
fanners.
of Jeremiah 51 and 2.
Yep.
It says, I'm going to start at verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind.
There you go. Yep.
And will send unto Babylon fanners
Yeah.
that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
There you go. So the Lord created a formidable enemy for America now. All right. Who can go to war against that conglomerate? But now the Lord made Russia. He made China and built them up, man, to go to war. All right. So He raised enemies up to America. Go ahead. Come on, reading.
Nahum 3 and
Yeah,
11.
Nahum. Go ahead.
All right, this is Nahum chapter 3, verse 11. Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy.
Right. Habakkuk 2, where it says, thou shalt be for booties unto them.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2.
Oh, yeah. Some transgress because of wine and all that too. We good.
Okay, get the whole thing.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresses my wine, he is a proud man.
Right. They say he more stout than all his fellows, the most proud, man. Why? Because this nation, America, was lifted up. According to what's that, Revelation 17, Revelation 18? The woman sitting upon the scarlet colored beast, given a throne to dominate on the earth in wickedness, man, and folly. All right, so they think they're going to continue to do that. You know? Go ahead. That's why the Lord says, sit with your enchantments. Try it again, see what happens. Go ahead, brother.
I said, yea, also because he transgresses my wine, he is a proud man.
Right, they transgress through their philosophies, through their business, and their business goes into demonocracy, and demonocracy is what they use, which is a Greek philosophy, and they use that to go and conquer these nations in the name of democracy. Go ahead.
It's a whole one trick pony of Esau, divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
Just like how the elder just said with the Sunnis and the Shiites.
Yep.
And look at how they divided North Korea and South Korea, Taiwan and China. The list goes on and on and on and on.
Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom.
Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom.
They started off with us first.
Come. All right, it says. All right.
Hey, you gotta watch a movie called Iceman. It's about cavemen. It just came out. It showed Esau brutal. When I say brutal, at the end of the movie, I was like, yo.
It just came out?
It's like last year or something like that.
Yeah,
But it's called Iceman. It's a caveman on it. It just show a lifestyle of it. I mean, Edomite. And how brutal they were, man. They was coming through just murdering and shit. Just,
all you heard was ooga booga everywhere.
yeah, it shows their deaf type of mindset. You know, I don't want to say the word on camera, but you know, the deaf type of mindset. Where they just seek, the devil go about seeking who he may devour.
Call them what? Brute beast.
Brute beasts, man. And now those brute beasts have shaved their beard off, some of them, and put on suits. So they still got that mentality. They the same ones that was hunting us.
It's like you put clothes on a monkey. It's still a monkey.
It's a red monkey.
God.
All right. Yeah. Neither keepeth at home who enlarges his desires as hell and is as death.
See that? So they're like deaf, man. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto all nations.
Right, that's Esau, the Caucasian race. They've been gathering unto them all nations. They cannot be satisfied with death. Look at Netanyahu over there. You know, look at the wars that's been happening for America. Go ahead.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Yep.
Shall not all these take up a proverb against, and a taunting a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increased that which is not his.
Right.
How long? and to him that laded himself with thick clay.
Right, America has laden itself with debt. They base their whole fortune off of debt, the dollar. And all these nations are like, yo, how long we gonna buy up their loans and buy up their debt, man? How long they gonna be able to continue in that which is not theirs? It was all given to them, all the resources and help. How long they gonna continue in that? Go ahead.
It says,
So they're like, matter of fact, let's go ahead and plan for their downfall. Let's start our own thing called BRICS. Go ahead, brother.
verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee,
Right, we about to go back where we were.
and awake that shall vex thee?
Right, so they're gonna rise up suddenly because the Most High is gonna put a thought in Russia's heart. You know, the Most High is raising these nations up. The king, we say kings of the east, the hell from beneath.
Oh, all the chief ones that are Isaiah 14 and 9.
Let's get that real quick. Yeah, that was it.
No, I'm about to say the booties.
Go ahead.
It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?
Right, they're gonna exact on their loan. They're gonna want their payment back, and the only way America could pay it back is by what? Defaulting on the loan, and them giving up lands. You know, go ahead.
And thou shalt be booties unto them.
Right, I watched a video the other day where they found some gold from the 1500s, or they said 1600 years ago, and on all the packages it said booty. Yeah, that's deep, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, that's how they used to call it back in the day. But that shows you that women are treacherous as well. That's why Jake called it booty. Go ahead, brother.
That was it.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
There you go. Because they have, that's what I wanted right there. Because Esau, not only Esau, but specifically America, they have spoiled many nations, man. So because of that, all the nations are going to push to spoil this place, meaning what? To destroy it and strip it of all its wealth. All right? Yep.
This is, you want first Isaiah first? Because I got another
Yeah.
one. All right.
Whichever one first. Just
All right.
quick you can.
It's Isaiah 47 and 1. Yeah. Come sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate.
Yeah, that throne goes into their dominance in the world and their power seat, man. They're not gonna have any. They're gonna be powerless in the world. You know, that one trick pony. They're gonna be trying them same old tricks, and it ain't gonna work now. All right, it's a new day. All right, that was it.
I said, take the millstones.
I don't want to go too deep into that point. Yeah.
All right.
Where was that?
We got Isaiah 14 and 9, hell from beneath.
Yeah, let's get that.
It's Isaiah chapter 14 and 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Ooh, and hell represent these nations. they talking about bringing hell to this place. Russia, China. Go ahead.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Right, so the Lord gonna bring hell to them. They want to bring hell to the children of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, well the Lord said, well, double unto you. God. All right, so the Lord is raising up these nations against this place, against Esau. Go ahead. Oh, the kings of the east, my bad.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Right, the dead represents these nations, so Putin is one of those spiritually dead people.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right, all the chief ones, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, man.
It hath,
Are you gonna say, wake up the mighty men? Go ahead, brother.
it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Woo. So raised up from their thrones, man. So they all raised up now, they ready for war, and the Lord about to send them. All right, go ahead.
It's quick reset. It's Jeremiah 50 and 15. It says, shout against her around the belt. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, and she hath done, do unto her. And just expounding on that point right there, all the things that America has done, all the things that Babylon has done to these other nations, especially with the apple of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh's eye, being that of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And all those treacherous acts that they have done to every nation is going to be brought back upon them, man. So that's why it says spare no arrows, you know.
All right, brother. All right. Oh, hey, brother. Way down there.
I'll get there. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 21. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. And I brought that out to back up the elder, man, because he made a point about how America, the government has borrowed money from every nation and they haven't paid it back again. The scriptures let us know that's wicked, man. They matched, what I'm saying? They matched the prophecies, how the wicked was going to carry themselves. That's how we know that the nation of Edom is the so-called Caucasian race. And he say the righteous show mercy. As you see, the brothers up before you and the brothers around the four corners of the earth preaching his words in sincerity, we show mercy, man, by giving this word unto our people to give them a chance to turn unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Peter Pan.
You ready? Yeah, ready? All right, go ahead. Precept, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 33 and 1, just to back up a point that Zaquan made about, these people dealing treacherously and spoiling. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously unto thee.
There you go.
God.
No, go ahead. You want to speak on it?
Oh, so it says, woe to those that spoil. This devil, he loves to spoil. We know what spoiling is. Taking things, robbing, stealing, killing. Well, it says, woe. Woe is destruction. Woe is judgment. Why? To those that spoil. He spoils. Woe to those that deal treacherously. This devil has always been treacherous in his dealings. He doesn't keep his words. He goes back on his word. He break his word. He break treaties. And it says, woe to them, and it says, and that didn't deal treacherously with him. He dealt treacherously with a lot of people that are not coming against him.
Yeah,
so
mostly starting with the children of Israel.
So when he ceased to spoil, when he ceased to be treacherous, guess what? These other nations are going to spoil him and be treacherous with him.
Yep. That's right. There you go. Beautiful, brother. All right, go ahead, bro.
This is back at the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. That'll cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, the Lord gonna cause his angels to come down. All right, from the heavens. That's Revelation chapter 7. All right, and also Revelation where the angels are bringing the judgments and the wrath of the Most High. But we said what? Called?
God, it
You
says
can speak on it just because I'm missing your point.
Nah, you touched on it, but it was just backing up the brother because it's saying basically how America went through and spoiled these other nations, taking which was not there, setting up bases around about them as a force of hegemony. Now they have the resources to build themselves up to fight against the big bad bully. the big thing back then was the big stick. I forgot who it was. I think it was with Eisenhower, the big stick going around, and you had the allegedly the DOJ going around and pushing out that demonocracy to these other nations. And what that did, that destroyed them. That destroyed their economy. They had them dependent on America. But now look at them now. All of them are joining the BRICS. Now they're looking towards America as somebody that used to be the pimp. Now they're looking like the pimp. They have their own resources. And now, man, the Lord is going to use these same lesser nations to draw out these bigger nations so they could go to war. Thus saith the Lord.
That's exactly what's happening with Ukraine.
As a proxy.
Jeremiah 51 and 3. Yeah, you got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 1. Keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, called him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings. He gave them as the dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. So that's what Yahweh Shai, being our big brother, he's in the heavens, man, in the Shemaims, man. Him being in the Shemaims, being able to make intercessions for our nation, for our people. Ultimately go render up the judgment for the whole world, the whole earth. All right, the children of men, the kings of the earth. Ultimately, those crowns is going to be rendered up to Yahweh Shai.
Yep, it said as lightning flies from the east to the west. Coming from the east, Yahushua. Let's bring these two out and then we're gonna jump right back into point.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 16, and verse 17. It says, "Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, and put in fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall feel them and weep forever." So, right, man, basically this place is going to be a continual destruction. You know, when Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah basically come back and destroy this place.
Come.
Bring this up.
Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, jump down to verse 15. It says, "This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, and that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me."
Right. Yeah. Yep. It said, America said I am, and they set up the policies and what they said, tariffs and sanctions.
That's what the first thing Trump said he's gonna do when he gets in office.
America first. Right? Ain't that the motto? America first.
It says, "How will she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down? Everyone that passes by her shall hiss and wag his hand."
There you go. Right, hissing and wagging his hand. I'm like, damn, look at it. Look at that place. Should have never did that. Should have never messed with wrestling. We tried to tell you. We told you Putin wasn't playing. Damn, Trump. Our favorite celebrities were there. Look at him. All right. Yeah, 51 and 3 real quick.
This is Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 3. "Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine."
Right, brigandine goes into your armor. All right, so America's armor also goes into their military bases all around the world, and their military defenses here in America. So because of that, and their deterrence, which is those missiles. So through that they became prideful, like the brother Bishop Kanak was reading in Habakkuk chapter 2.
And if I may add on too, a few months ago, earlier this year, when Russia had a few warships off the coast of Florida, man, you had a lot of people here. "Oh man, we not worried about that. Ah man, we got the best fleet of shit. We got the biggest armada, this, that, and the third." Man, nah, y'all don't understand that. Hey, yesterday's prices is not today's prices, man. Hey, because if America had power back then, that doesn't mean they have it now. You know, that's being stuck in the old mindset, man.
Yeah.
You know, being stuck in that pride that you had back then. You won one fight now, and you think that fight carries weight all the way into these other rounds,
Look at
man.
Mike Tyson.
Come on.
Check this out. So they damn sure got on the good foot when China flew that at no-fly zone.
Yeah.
They
The enemy is here. They
take the chains off the door. I mean, they got busy with it. They were showing all kind of news flash bulletins all across. They thought it was over. And then right after that, America tried to fly through their zone, and they got intercepted by two Chinese jets. So like, no.
Yeah, they losing that power. They losing that power seat, man. All right. Let's get back to where we were. Right.
Yep.
I think he still had more on this.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 3. I'm gonna start back from the top. It says, "Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts."
There you go. All right. So I actually had that too. So I called for it, but I didn't know I had it. But destroy ye utterly all her hosts, not just America, but also the military bases around the world. All the army. They're going to be destroyed because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua says so. Thus saith the Lord.
Cutting off loose ends.
Right. We'll get back to this flow again. 2nd Ezra 15.
Back at 2nd Edras 15.
And maybe 29 and then the 30.
Okay. Back at verse 29, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots."
Right, those Arab nations that have sided with America. All right, they over there what's called Assyria today was really called Mosul. They have nothing but American bases. If you look in Baghdad in Iraq, somebody get that up? I'll drive far off the Northern Army. All right, the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. All right, God's true name is Yahweh. His son name is Yahushua. All right, where was that? So these Arab nations, it's going. This is right here is representing what's called a proxy war. All right, the last stages of a proxy war. Go ahead.
And the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth.
Right. Yeah. So they're gonna come out swiftly to go fight against those Iranians. All right. Let me know if somebody get it.
I got it.
Go ahead, brother.
This,
Quick.
oh, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive him into the land barren and desolate.
See that? So the Lord removed far off the American army, man. All right. And they've been driven all over the world, but starting with the middle, what they call the Middle East. And they built bases up all over that place, man. Over there in what's called Kuwait, Baghdad, all right, that desert land. And they set up allies with Ishmael, those Ishmaelite tribes, man. All right. So a lot of those are American allies that they're going to use against Iran. Go ahead. So, and that shows you what? Go ahead.
It says with this, it says with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up.
Right, I gotta see a picture of it. I think it moved. I gotta see a picture of the Middle East. I can tell you. You had the cast. I think. Read that again.
And it says, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savior shall come up.
Right.
Because he have done great things.
Right. So their faces going towards the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. But I forgot what's behind them though. Where is it? There you go. Persian Gulf. Oh, the Red Sea. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. So their hinder part is towards the Red Sea, and their faces towards what's called, where is that? The Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. The Caspian Sea and the Black Sea used to be one sea. This land wasn't there. So his hinder part is here, and he got him here in Saudi Arabia with all these allies up in here, and they going towards Iran. All right, I'm pointing at it like it's on the screen. I'm so used to that being at home. So like y'all know that scripture though. All right. So that shows you. You can get that if you want. Making people mad at home. All right. So where was that?
Was that?
He showed the end parts of the Red Sea, and then he was continuing to read.
Yep, that was it on that? Yep, that was the point, right?
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead. So so the Most High did that. Had them set up all these military bases all over the world. What's that, Nahum? Nahum, where's Nahum at? I ain't trying to look for something, man. Let me see, real quick.
Woe to the bloody city.
No,
3 and 6.
I will cast a bomb into the fifth.
no, they should fall into the mouth of the eater. Here you go. Nahum 3 and 12.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 12.
Oh, no, 11 to 12. We kind of started on that, but we ain't finished with 12. All right, so go ahead, brother. Start from 11 and 12.
All right, this is Nahum 3 and 11.
Right.
Thou also shalt be drunken,
Right.
thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy.
So now America's going to have to seek that strength now. All right, somebody get that hammer of the earth? Ooh, come on, man.
That's in the hold your place. That's in the Isaiah, I think it's chapter 14, verse like.
Whoever get it first.
How's the hammer of the earth?
Yeah, hammer of the earth.
It's Jeremiah.
Oh,
Yeah, just get it, grab it.
It's Jeremiah, chapter 50. You want me to start at 22? It's on the battle in the line.
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah 50 and 22. The sound of battle is in the land.
Right, so now they're talking about it. We're hearing wars and rumors of wars all over the internet, you know? All over social media sites here in America. All right, because you know they control, like we can't listen to the internet over there in China. You got to have a proxy to do that. So we only get fed certain streams here in America. Like Russian news, you know, they block out a lot of news from overseas. So now you're hearing, huh?
Yeah, they took Russian RT news off.
You took that off.
Hey, they filed a lawsuit against them.
More so when it comes to like
No, you good.
when it comes to regional, like if you're in Alaska and you type in something, You type in something, that same thing in Florida, you're gonna get 2 different search pages.
Yeah.
Because they control the internet on a
control it.
regional
But
scale.
they can't stop what we're hearing.
Right.
We're hearing the wars and rumors of wars. We're hearing the sound of battle in the land, man. Yep. Go ahead, brother. And we see America do a lot of missile tests lately, and trying to link up with its allies and do missile tests and military exercises. All right, go ahead, brother.
To back that up, it's in the same chapter in verse 41. It says, "Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up."
We're gonna wait a minute. Where you?
This is that same chapter, Jeremiah 50, verse 41.
Yeah, you good.
It says, "Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth." And then you jump down to verse 43, and it says, "The king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands wax feeble."
I thought I had that one. Go ahead, yeah. I don't have it comment. His hands wax people, man. So whoever that president gonna be, they're gonna hear the sound of the battle in the land. They're gonna hear about Russia coming from the north. Because again, remember when Russia sent those bombers down the east and west coast of America? The reason the military didn't panic is because I heard on the news sites, they said they would have panicked if the plane came over the land over Canada. That would mean they would only do that if Russia's about to strike America. All right. So he said, what? Where can they do the attack from? Where's the main nuclear base at? Up there near Alaska. All right. So they're gonna go after those military bases first. Where's that Maine? What's up north?
You got Alaska on that side. You got
On the left.
Maine on this side.
That's Alaska. Maine's on the right. Oh no, Alaska then. Yeah.
It says, "Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail."
Right. So there you go. You want to see an Edomite like scare tactics and fear? Let them know they ain't got no way out and no way to run. All right. So Edomite know how to scare Edomite, just like Jake know how to get under Jake's skin. So Putin and them know how to get under Trump and skin, man. Put fear into him, and the Lord gonna put that spirit of fear on him, man. I need that Nahum real quick.
All right, this is Nahum 3 and 12.
Right, because this is why too he's gonna go into that. You still read? Huh? What was you reading?
Jeremiah 50,
Right after this.
It says, Nahum 3 and 12. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs.
Right, so all thy strongholds. All right. All the Lord's hosts and his armies. So loud, brother. All right.
Again. This, Nahum 3 and 12. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs.
There you go. So all that strongholds, all that military is going to be attacked like somebody trying to get something to eat. All right, waiting for it. To show its fruit. Go ahead.
If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eater.
See that? So what they call what they told them deoccupy. They were trying to deoccupy the East. They was trying to kick America out of the East, just like they're kicking them out of Africa. You see that? So yeah, all these military bases gonna fall that America has in Mosul, that they have in Baghdad, Iraq, and other places, or in Ukraine. All right, they're gonna fall into the mouth of the eater, the one that's seeking to devour that place. Come on, brother.
All right, keep going.
Yep.
All right. Verse 13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women.
That's right.
The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies.
The gates of thy land shall be set wide open, man. No defense from Russia and China and all its allies, man. When it's time. Go ahead, brother.
The fire shall devour thy bars.
Yep. All the military bases gonna get devoured from the fire. All right. Let's skip over here and get to the point.
Okay, verse 17.
18, my bad.
Okay, and verse 18. Thy shepherds slumber.
Oh, no, you good. Go ahead. Read it. Read 17.
Verse 17.
Whatever was next.
The crowns are as the locusts, and thy captains as the great grasshoppers.
Right. So America they send out their army like locusts and grasshoppers. What do locusts do? They represent an army. What do grasshopper do? It represents locusts as well, basically. Yeah. No, it's still locust. I looked it up. It's still like locust.
Okay.
So it's basically devour. You know what I mean? So I was about to say the caterpillar, but it's still talking about locusts. But yeah, go ahead.
It says, and thy captains as a great grasshopper which campeth in the hedges in the cold.
They camp. They go over there and camp overseas in different places, and they set up their military bases. Go ahead.
But when the sun arises, they flee away, and their place is not known where they were.
Yeah, when they put that hot shit on their ass, they're gonna get the hell out of there. And it's gonna be like they were never even there. Right?
Thy shepherds slumber.
So, what he said? The king of Babylon shall hear a report. Go ahead.
Thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria.
Right. So thy shepherds are slumbering, meaning where are your leaders at? Where's America's leaders? Remember when they went to Baghdad? They had who? Bush, Little Bush. They had who else? Colin Powell. They had all these generals, and you just think this shit was like G.I. Joe.
They put Colin Powell in the General Hall of Fame type shit.
Yeah.
They were praising that man. They wanted him to run for president.
So now you don't see that no more. All you see is Kamala.
Yeah.
Or you see Trump and Biden, Sleepy Joe. So Sleepy Joe, and who's leading America into this war?
Sleepy Joe.
Read it again.
Thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria.
There you go. King of Assyria. The king of Assyria today represents the president. All right, the president of America, spiritually. And Assyria goes with 2nd Edras as we read. All right.
Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust.
Say that thy nobles shall have no answers. They shall dwell in destruction. All right, in confusion.
Thy people is scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathereth them.
So all the militaries are gonna be chased everywhere. Every country where this military is at, they're gonna get chased around, and nobody gonna be there to save them. You know, in all the movies, they like going to save the American military. The army.
Yeah.
We're coming in to get you right now. Don't worry about it.
Saving Private Ryan.
Save it.
Black Hawk Down behind enemy lines.
Ain't gonna be none of that.
Hey, but Black Hawk Down showed something. At the beginning of that movie, they say, "Oh, this is gonna be like a 45-minute mission." We'll be right back, man. Them Africans started slaying their ass.
Yeah.
They had to call them for. Matter of fact, they had to get the French to come in and help them because it was a secret mission that America didn't tell nobody else about. And that was actually based on a true story. They had to give send an emergency signal out to France, but ain't nobody gonna help them this time.
Nobody gonna help them this time, man. Yep. All those allies, they're gonna seek help. It said that they're gonna seek help, strength because of the enemy, and they ain't gonna find no strength, no help.
Verse 19: There is no healing of thy bruise.
Right, but what did the weak? What did the Lord say to the weak? Let the weak say they're strong, and and they're gonna be strong as shit when they show up.
Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee. For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually?
See that? What did the brother read earlier? Them being treacherous, right? To whom have they, and Habakkuk, where it said thou should be to booties unto them now. So yeah, they wanted to rule over all the nations, and Yaakov read it earlier. Well, what he said? She wanted to sit a ruler and nobody else beside her. Right, read that part again. The last part.
It says, verse 19. It says, there is no healing of thy bruise; thy wounds is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee.
Right, what you about to get? Bow of steel?
No, I was about to get
okay. We don't have to get it though.
Scepter of the wicked.
Yep, we're gonna get that too. And the hammer of the earth. Yeah, that was you reading. I'll go back to that. But then what you just said? That part.
It says all that it says there's no healing of thy bruise.
There you go. There's no healing of that bruise. That's in Job, I think, right? Or where it says
heal Babylon, but she's not.
Jeremiah 51.
That's one. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Jeremiah 51.
Yeah, that's that. And then also the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, there's no healing of what's about to happen to this place, America. All right, go ahead. And all that hear the brood of it, they're gonna clap over. They're gonna be speaking Korean and shit. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 14:5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yep.
He who smote the people with wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
There you go.
And ain't nobody gonna hinder, everybody gonna, just like it said in Nahum, everybody gonna be clapping their hands, rejoicing of this place falling, man. That great heart that fell off her high horse.
Yeah, not everybody, but most of those nations that's with bricks.
Huh.
There's a lot of them now. And they be clapping like a motherfucker, don't they? They be clapping and happy as shit. You know? Let's go back to where we was. Oh, let's finish that one. Hammer of the earth.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon.
That's right. There you go. That's the point. So now this hammer that these devils over in Europe use to crush and rob from the whole earth, man. Now that hammer is about to get broken. You know?
The hell y'all raised the rest of it coming up to meet you, man. So all these nations that y'all applied all that pressure to, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave them the knowledge and wisdom to be able to understand, to be able to press that same button that y'all was able to press before, man.
That's right. Yep. The rabbit got the gun now. Yeah. Full hand spade. You know what he about to do. Some other one got nothing but diamonds and hearts. and Russia represent like South. You know what they about to do down here.
Yeah. That's how they slamming cards on the table.
Slamming on the table. All right, where was that? We can go back to second Edras.
Back at 2nd Edras, chapter 15,
Verse 30 maybe?
and verse 30. Also, the
Carmanians?
Carmanians, also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Right, because Persia is going to be involved in this war. We can get that at Ezekiel 38 maybe. It's not on the list, but we can get it real quick. Ezekiel 38 with the Persia. All right. All right, go ahead, brother. They're going to come out like wild boars, man. Wow. You know, just kill it, fighting.
Ezekiel 38 away.
You can start at verse 2.
Yeah. 2 with the Persians?
It's 4. Start at 4.
Yeah.
And the point is in 5.
Okay.
All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them, clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers.
Go to 11.
Go to 11. 10. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 10. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Go to 5.
Go to 5. All right.
4. Go to 4.
Time. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, 5, or 4. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them, clothed with...
That's funny. That's turning Russia back into the Soviet Union and the USSR. And earlier today, Zelensky made a speech that he's ready to concede parts of Ukraine to end the war.
Right, and Russia ain't gonna do that. Russia like, yo, look, we don't care about the land. We want the land, yes, because that goes with that scripture. But also, they like, you ain't joining NATO.
Right. Right.
We taking y'all. You want to be with us. Run Ukraine like a little $2. Yeah, thank you. Running, trying to get away from his pimp. Dude, like, nah, man, you coming back.
like the white girl on Hustle and Flow.
Yeah. That was it. Oh,
That one it.
clothed all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
Right, so they're gonna get all sorts of armor, missile defense technology, missiles, you know, swords. Go ahead, brother.
All of them handling swords.
Yep, so they're gonna know how to handle. He said, all you that bend the bow, shoot at her. So they're gonna know how to handle those weapons and all kind of military technology. Go ahead.
Persia, Ethiopia,
Persia, the Iranians, Ethiopia, the Africans, they're all part of the BRICS now. Go ahead.
and Libya
Libya. Yep.
with them.
Northern Libya and Southern Libya. Go ahead.
All of them with shields and helmets.
Right. All of them with shields and helmets, man, being fully protected. Protecting their military, protecting their base, protecting their country. Go ahead.
What is it? Gomorrah,
Yep, Gomer.
and all his bands, the house of
Togarmah.
of the north quarters, in all his bands.
Right, so that basically goes into all those Turkey nations that's allied with Turkey. All right, go ahead.
And many people with thee.
Yeah, 1 second. Mostly northern Turkey. All right, and its allies, because southern Turkey is kind of with America. It's divided. All right, that's why I said of the north quarters. Go ahead, brother.
And many people with them.
So many other nations gonna be with them that we don't even know. All right, so Persia's in there. It's in Persia. That's
Persia first.
Yeah, and if somebody can go to their phone to Google, you look at Carmanians. All right, Carmanians. Yep. Let's look that up real quick. That's right, man. This thing happening right before our eyes. Somebody get that turned back. Captivity before your eyes.
You said look up Carmania?
Yes, a historical region that approximately corresponds to the current province of Kerman. It's like I'll read in a little first. All right, it says, this is Carmanian of Wikipedia. It says, is a historical region that approximately corresponds to the current province of Kerman, Iran, and was a province of many Iranic empires, such as Medes, how you pronounce it? Achaemenid,
Achaemenid.
It's like Achaemenid, Seleucid, Parthian, and Sasanian.
Right. Yep. So basically, that's the Iranian area. You know.
We got a little bit more.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says the people is describing them as a people. It said the Carmanians were a warlike people who lived in Carmania. They were described as fierce and raging in wrath, and were associated with the dragons of Arabia. They were said to fight like Medes and Persians, but used donkeys. Okay, yeah, but that. But I just wanted to get that.
Finding who they are, but this was close though. Like I said, with Iran, you know, they try to give us their biblical understanding of it. Yeah. But where was that?
You want to turn back to captivity?
Yeah, look at that real quick.
It's Zephaniah.
People.
It's Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 20. At that time, when I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I make you a name in the praise amongst all the people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes,
there you go.
saith the Lord.
Something to back his up. Yeah. So the Lord is turning back our captivity right before our eyes. You just got to know what to look for. You got to know what the Lord said. His name is Yahweh. His son named Yahushua. All right, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're God's chosen people. Go ahead, brother. That's right, bro. That's right, man. Go ahead, read that.
All right, it says Carmania, Old Persian or Carmania, name of a region in ancient Iran between the heartland of Persia and Gedorsa.
So those Carmanians are those Persians and their allies. All right, go ahead. Where was that? Yeah.
Second Edras, chapter 15, verse. I start back at 30.
Yeah, come.
Also, the Carmanians.
Carmanians.
Like a dog. Cameroon. Right. Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Right.
And with great power shall they come and join battle with them.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
There you go. Go ahead.
And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Yep.
And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them,
Yep.
then these shall be troubled.
Yep. So who's gonna be troubled? Those Arabians. All right, they're gonna be troubled. And the Persians. All right, the Persians and their allies are gonna be troubled from America's allies and proxies. Go ahead.
Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee.
Right, and what do we see them doing to the Persians today? Plucking off all their military, plucking off all of their allies, which was like 7 legions of them. What would they call it? Hezbollah. Damn, Gaza. We forgot about the Houthis. They done slaughtered so many now.
Yeah, we
like,
don't even hear about them no more.
you see that? So Iran trying to chill. Go ahead.
And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them
Yep, go ahead.
and consume some of them.
Uh-huh.
And in their host shall be fear and dread and strife.
Right, so now at that point, that's when those Iranians and their allies going to look for help from Russia and China, because it's going to be a war going back and forth over there in the Middle East called Armageddon. Go ahead. And the least among them is going to draw these bigger nations out to the war. They're going to need help. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation 16 and 12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
There you go, man. So this is major. The kings of the east represent those nations over there in the east, man. China, Iran, Russia. But what's been dried up? What they're called again? What is that? The Euphrates. Sorry, they're getting loud, man. They're doing that shit on purpose too.
Cool.
All right. The Euphrates has been dried up, and it's actually making way for war with Israel, Turkey as well. All right. They said Turkey is at the top of Euphrates, and they control all the water that runs down that river, and they control 90% of it. So they've been shutting it on, shutting it off to mess with those Kurds, and that river Euphrates is an old dry ground that was made for war when it dries up. All right, there's a lot of battles fought on that dry land. When it dries up, they go to war. So now it's been drying up more because of drought and because of this nation called Turkey that's been stopping that water from flowing. And now they're saying it's drying up, so the Kurds could go to war with Turkey, or it can make way for the kings of the east to come over there and use tanks and go right over that ground. All right, go ahead, brother.
Back at 33. And from the land of the Assyrians shall
my bad. And the Euphrates was also used when Babylon was taken down. They used that dry land to come over and fight Babylon as well. So my bad. No, you good.
Verse 33. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them in their host, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings.
So yeah, the kings of the east. All right, but it said the Assyrians. Now it's not talking about the Asher. It's talking about that land demographic where those military bases are. The capital of Assyria today is Mosul. All right, and America has bases over there. Go ahead.
Verse 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the
this one it turned up. Because look, now they done mess with Iran, they done mess with these proxy nations over there, but now Russia gonna step in and back them up and protect them.
Back in Ezekiel 38.
We're going right back to it. Ezekiel 38 and 3. Let's get it ready just in case. Go ahead, read that again.
Right, back at 34.
It's like a movie, man.
Second Edras 15, verse 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon.
It's gonna be scary as shit. All right, so go ahead.
Full of wrath and storm.
So they're gonna be coming over there bringing nothing but wrath and destruction. Once Russia and China and these nations get involved in this war, it's gonna be crazy, man. We're gonna think that's World War III, but it's really not. It's the lead up to it. You know, the kickoff, the climax. All right, so they're gonna be showing up and they're gonna be bringing all hell, putting foot to ass, as they say nowadays. of America, you know,
God.
and its allies, man. You read that verse just now?
Yeah, 34.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet so you can finish it.
Behold, clouds. Yeah, that was the whole
You was done with
verse.
that. All right, now let's get it. Ezekiel 38 and 3, all the way to 9. It said clouds from the basically from all over the place. All American, all Russia's allies, the BRICS nations, they from everywhere. You don't know what direction is gonna come from. All right, we can read it again.
Second Edras 15 and 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm.
It's gonna be a scary sight, man. All right, go ahead. Somebody read that. Ezekiel 38.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 3.
Right, Joel 3 and 9.
It says, and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Right.
And I will.
What's it? That's what it sound like a storm. I think it's 9, 38 and like 8 or 9.
It says thou shalt. Yeah,
That's all we need because we kind of went through the other part already.
All right,
Go ahead. Now this is all the gathering of Armageddon, man. All right, go ahead.
this is Ezekiel 38 and 9. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land.
Come on, man. Can you read that again?
Second Edras 15, 34. Behold, clouds come from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon,
Ooh, it's gonna be scary, man.
full of wrath and storm.
Full of wrath and storm. They're gonna be pissed off, man. They're gonna have nothing but rage. It says that. As for silver and gold, he should not delight in it. That's right.
Red Dawn, that movie Red Dawn, man, that gives you a nice little a synopsis of what's to come, but you know it's not giving you the whole thing, man. You know that's a good movie to check out.
Yeah, that's right, brother. You got something? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the spirit of the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So ain't gonna be no negotiation when these clouds show up. When all these other nations show up, accompanied with Russia, that's the spirit of the Medes is talking about Russia. So when they stir up, when the Lord put the thought in the an evil thought in the mind of Putin, but ain't no type of negotiation, sanction, tariff, or nothing you're gonna be able to do to change their mind. They ain't gonna give regards for nothing.
Didn't it just come out that people say he's done with negotiations?
Yeah.
It just come out. He just said that.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You ain't trying to hear that. You see that? That's the Most High making that happen, man. So that America and its allies will have no way out. Why? Because this is the time of their end, man. The Lord said He appointed their bounds that they cannot pass. He's going to make sure His word doesn't come back void. All right. Look at that. What are we reading? Joel 2, Joel 3 and 9.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9.
Right. All the way to 14.
God. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Right. Among these nations. Go ahead.
Prepare war.
Prepare war. Go ahead. Read this one real quick. Jeremiah 50.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 37.
Yep.
A sword is upon their horses
See?
and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall come as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
There you go. All right, go ahead. No, I want something else. Like upon the sword, upon the nations and the soldiers. But no, you good.
Okay, this is back at Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare war, man. They preparing for war. We get to witness it. You know, somebody got that turn back captivity for y'all. We already read that, didn't we?
I got something similar.
Huh? You got something different, similar?
Come on.
Yeah, look at that if you got it.
All right, it's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right.
So that's going into once all this calamity happens to America, happens to Esau, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's going to be that's going to be him giving us rest from this system, from these people shooting their daggers of wickedness at us, from all this spiritual chaos that's in this kingdom, America.
Basically, while these other nations are moving or are being in fear, like all these everybody else in America moving in fear, like we're gonna be rejoicing in those times because we know this is the time that they're in our captivity.
Right? Ooh, come on, bring that up.
God,
Perfect.
this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord.
Think about it. So as the Lord is bringing America to shame, He gonna bring us to praise, but in the land that we will put to shame. That's beautiful. So as we see all these things transpiring, that's why we rejoice in this shit, because we tired of this place. We tired of everybody tired of this place, but we be even more tired than everybody else. And we love to see the Lord do His work. Like everything that has a beginning also has an ending, and the Lord makes the end manifest.
All right. All right, hold on real quick. Let's get second Edras 16 and 64.
Second Edras 16 and 64.
Yeah. 16 and 64, we're gonna go right back to that.
Second Edras 16 and 64. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your work.
So the Lord, the Most High has searched out all their works, man. Go ahead. So he's like, yo, you done. You got enough. You ain't getting no more.
And He will put you all to shame.
See? The Lord gonna take away our shame, but He gonna put them to shame. You see that? All right, go ahead.
This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare war. All right, now prepare a soccer tournament. That's what he's doing. That's Esau answer.
Wake up the mighty men.
So wake up the mighty men. All the mighty men are waking up around the world for war. All right, World War III. Go ahead.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Right, let them all draw near. All right, choose your sides. Here go your swords. Here go your swords. Here's your little wooden shields. You're gonna fight your battle today. Go ahead.
It says, let them come up.
Let them come up. Go ahead.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
See, the Most High is drawing them over to the Middle East. What we call the Middle East, what's called the East. All right.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
So now they prepared. It's called a nuclear arms race. All right. And so now they put less money into their agriculture, and they put more into their infrastructure. They put more money into their weaponry and methods to destroy this damn place. How can they burn up your flesh quick as possible? That's what Russia want to know.
And also too, if I may add on, just to throw in that got to the point earlier, like you got a couple countries, Sweden and Finland to be exact, they got their people in wartime scenarios. All right, basically getting their people prepared for these, as the elder was speaking on, with these higher prices. All right, so you got these nations choosing sides. So now it's hey shit, you don't got the agriculture going out, so that's why things are going to skyrocket too as well.
Right, man.
It says, let the weak say I am strong. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Right, yeah.
Round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh.
All right, so yeah, so they're getting ready for war all around the world. All right, so cause the angels to come down and get involved, and cause the mighty nations to come together, the ones that have physical war power, missile technology. All right, cause them to come down and come together with bricks. All right, and get ready for war. Go ahead.
It says, let the heathen be wakened.
If the Most High didn't command it, this would not be happening today. Go ahead, brother.
And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right, you guys. That's right, and bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat. That's where Yahweh is going to judge these nations at, man, and destroy all their armies. All right, and He's going to deliver the children of Israel in the midst of that. Go ahead.
It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
There you go. All right, so there He's going to sit to judge all the heathen round about. So that's where Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai. That goes in the second Edras 13. And Yahweh Shai is going to judge all their armies, and He's going to give command to His angels to gather the elect. All right.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Right, put ye in the sickle. The sickle represents a skiff or something you use to cut off crops with or to gather up crops. Go ahead.
Come get
Damn,
you.
I hate these devils, man.
Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great.
Right, so their limit is past. You know, they went over their limit. And, you know, these devils, they've shown enough wickedness on this earth. They've done enough atrocities. Look at that shit that's happening over there in Gaza. That's bloodshed, man. Even though the Lord said they're like a drop from a bucket, but that's still a human that he created.
Right.
And they just destroying it like it's nothing.
And trying to use scriptures to justify it.
Trying to use scripture to justify it, man. They're transgressing their wickedness. Go ahead, brother.
It says multitudes in the valley of decision.
Right, multitudes means innumerable numbers. Innumerable number times innumerable number. You can't count them. As many troops as it's going to be.
For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
See? So once that kicks off, that's when you know the end is here for America. All right? What's that? Matthew's 24 and 6?
Bring it out.
Yep.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And he shall hear of wars
I don't know where it's going to come from.
and rumors of wars. See that he be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass.
See, we're hearing about the wars and the rumors of the wars, man. Because those wars are heating up, then they're calming down. But what it's doing is it's causing more allies to become more concrete in choosing sides, man. All right, that's the Most High doing that. It's like stoking up a fire, fire kindled.
Just like in World War I, when they were World War, you had the Axis and the Allies, and whoever didn't abide with one of them, they called them a third world country.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be two sides. It's either you're gonna be man's side or the Lord's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be made. It's gonna be made very evident.
That's right. All right. Somebody got something?
Second, I can fire kindle.
Fire kindle. Let's get that real quick. And then the other one.
This is Second Edras chapter 16, starting at verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out.
See, that fire is gonna be kindled, man. That war of Armageddon that's gonna heat up over there in the east. It's gonna burn down the whole house. Right? It's gonna start off as a little bonfire, but that's gonna turn into an inferno and catch this place Babylon on fire as well.
Hey, Con, it's like, you got your little fire out, you throw your stuff in there, your pitch, whatever the case may be, you throw it on there. Hey, it's gonna go out, man. But hey, that wind gonna get the blowing, it's gonna strike it back up. Yeah. Hey, it's a roller coaster right now.
Yeah, but then when the fire begins to touch your damn house, Esau.
Verse 15 says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
That's right. Until it consume until that war that's kicking up in the Middle East, until it leads to them destroying utterly America. All right. He said that this land shall be utterly wasted. All right. So the other nations, they're gonna have some form of destruction, but this place is gonna be utterly wasted, man, because of what's happening over there, because of Ukraine, because of Iran and Israel. All right. I forgot what it was. I actually.
Jeremiah, Matthew 24 and 6.
Yeah, we read that. It was something else. It said Kendall, and then it was that one. It's all good. Where was that?
Joel
Precept.
2.
Look at this precept.
This
real quick.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 5. Behold, among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days which you will not believe, though it be told you. For lo, I will raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and haste nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. And while the scriptures speak on how the pride of thy heart will deceive thee,
See them right into a trap.
Yep. And also, like, the crazy part about it is, like, before the foundations of the earth or anything was made, the Lord had the ending point already.
He already had it.
He already had it. Can I bring that up? It's
Yeah.
kind of long, but
Not too long though. We can probably chop it up. I don't want to lose sight of the point. He said, sure. Yeah. He said, live our lives as a tale that is told. So this tale was told from the beginning. And the end is already written. He said the kingdom was already prepared. It's just he that will let. So Esau got to be taken out of the way. That's all.
Let me get it there.
All right, go ahead. Let's leave it a little bit and then jump back. Okay.
It's 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 1.
Kind of hot on this right now.
And he said unto me in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the labors of the world, the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundation of the paradise were laid, before the flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together. All right, it says, I'll jump down to verse 6. It says, then I considered these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also shall they be ended, and by none other. Then I answered and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? He said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand first held the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So before he even created the foundations of the earth, put the stars in the heaven, and assembled everything together, right? He already had a beginning and ending point for everything, us going into the kingdom.
Mark 3:26. If Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So he said, I know he the one that's going to end it. So we know Esau got his end, man, because they divided right now. Right? The divided states of America.
The divided states of America.
Right, let's keep going with this.
Back at
Somebody had a precept. No, it's good, good.
Back at 2 Edras 15, verse 35.
34, and then we got more precepts.
All right. Verse 34.
Yep.
Behold, clouds from the east and from the north.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. Did we already read that? We read that.
Let me see.
We read that. Jeremiah 50 and 40. Yep. Revelation 9.
Jeremiah 50, chapter 40. As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
Right. Go ahead, keep going. All the way to 43.
Behold,
Right, so America going to be destroyed completely, utterly wasted, to where nobody's going to ever dwell in this place again. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north,
A people shall come from the north. Go ahead. Russia and them. Go ahead.
and a great nation,
Yep.
and many kings.
And a great nation and many kings with them. It matches up perfect with 2 Ezra's. Can you read that again, Babako Shah?
2 Edras 15 and 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north.
Right. He said, thou shalt ascend like a storm, like a cloud. Go ahead.
Unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm.
They bringing nothing but problems. They bringing nothing but destruction to their head. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold
They're gonna be raised up. They're gonna have to get involved. Because they can't sit back and just let Netanyahu, Bibi, do what they want.
Right.
They can't let America keep destroying and creeping more and more into the borders of Russia through Ukraine.
Right, and Netanyahu doing whatever he pleases, because America was trying to tell him to calm down a little bit.
Right.
But that's when he tried to go into the scriptures to give reasons why he's acting the way he's acting. Slow down.
Yeah, they'll park an aircraft carrier on the front porch.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Just like with Ukraine. They kind of calmed down, but they gave him
Missiles. So you see what they really doing.
Yeah.
And Putin like, yo, we looking right at you.
I see you.
Y'all ain't got the sleight of hand like y'all think.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
He even sending out threats to the people who's sending out military weapons to different countries.
Right.
He said he got a target on them.
He said anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
And they should fall into the mouth of the eater. You got a couple more, right? Go ahead. Then we're gonna bring your precept up. Unless it's an interjection. All right.
Jeremiah 50 and 42. They shall hold the bow in the lands. They are cruel and will not show mercy.
Right. They're gonna be cruel and they're not gonna show no mercy to America and its allies, man. You can take your behind into this war if you want to.
Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon the horse.
Their voice gonna roar like the sea. What does that sound like? Something that's united as one. But it's gonna be loud and boisterous. Both. All right, so they're gonna be like, yeah, the DTA.
like how they was saying it on China.
I just don't want to say it on there. That's all.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said DTA.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They were doing parades and stuff, chanting that.
Iran too.
President Day with Putin a few years ago.
Yeah, they were chanting that. Remember that?
Yeah,
They were walking down the street. Yeah, I remember that. All right, go ahead.
Everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
Right, and these missiles gonna be roaring.
Verse 43. The king of Babylon have heard the report of them,
Right, this is scripture the brother brought out earlier. Go ahead.
and his hands wax feeble.
And they're gonna be powerless. That's what it means. His hands represents power, so it's gonna wax feeble. Everything they try is gonna be stopped. All right, and we're gonna read about that in 2nd Edras in a minute. All right, that was it, brother. Go ahead, Akai. So go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. And that's what the brother's bringing out. Hey, accumulating all the way into the destruction, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, the time is gonna be evil, you know, and they ain't gonna their head gonna be in that guillotine. He can shake and wiggle and move, but their head gonna stuck in there until the destruction comes. Ain't gonna be ain't no way to get out of it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to walk around with their pride anymore. Holding their head.
Like a woman, like a woman does
Yep.
when she in her prideful state. You ain't gonna be able to move none of that.
Nope. All right, go ahead, brother.
2nd Edras 15 and 34.
Right, Revelation 9 and 15.
It's Revelation chapter 9,
Oh, they ain't gonna let me get it.
verse 15. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
Right, so the slay the wicked. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Yeah, that's some missiles. All right, 200 million. We have Revelation 9. Oh, yeah. It goes into 200 million missiles. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. Yeah. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard a number of them. Verse 17.
Yeah. All the way to 19.
All right, fine. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of
Jessing.
and brimstones, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
Right, that represents these ICBM missiles. All right, so man has advanced, the Most High has advanced man in technology and in war so much that they've advanced to the level of these missiles. And the Lord said he brought forth the waster to destroy, the weapon of his indignation, right? And his shall be bathed in heaven. But it's describing the make and model of it. All right, so go ahead.
And out of their mouths issue fire.
So out of their mouth, out of the front part of it, just like a lion, the power comes from the front, the head. So what happened with the ICBM? Nuclear warheads. All right, the tip of the missile. Go ahead. So they found a way to take a sword and make that motherfucker explode at the tip. Right? As Esau, he got his blessing. He like, oh, look what I can do with my sword. Just shooting.
Watch this.
Watch this. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone.
That's right, man. So out of their mouth is going to issue that fire, smoke, and the brimstone, which goes into what's it called? Uranium and plutonium. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18.
And lava.
By these three was the third part of men killed.
See, that's the Most High ordered for the wicked to be destroyed with that type of destruction. His wrath. He want that wrath to fall upon them. Go ahead.
By the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Verse 19.
Right, somebody get that burning in the holes, tongues in the head. Okay. Yep. That's right, man. All right, you keep going. All the way to 19.
Verse 19. For the power is in their mouth and in their tails, for the tails were like unto serpents.
Right, just like, my bad, brother. That word mouth, if you look up that word mouth, it means edge. So the edge of the weapon, right, like an edge of a sword. But it said their power is also in their tail, which deals with nuclear propulsion. Those missiles can be shot at Mach speed, 10 Mach, 7,000 miles per minute, per hour, and going kilometers away. So how they get in here? Because of that power that's in their tail. And when they shoot off, they look like a serpent in the sky. You know, they shoot off the. Go ahead.
For the tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
Yeah, look at this real quick. Yeah, what it say? The power is in the
Mouth.
and with that
The tail, sorry.
no, right before that.
For the power is in their mouth.
There you go. Brimstone,
yeah.
my bad. Go ahead, my brother, Brock. I think he already got it.
Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12, and it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth.
There you go.
Oh, hey.
Get ready.
Got a sign for it.
So basically, that's that nuclear fire
Yeah, you got to speak up.
that's going to continue to consume them. The Lord's going to leave them there to melt. Like, leave them there. So they ain't gonna be no, like scientists say, if a nuclear bomb will hit, there will be an instant death. But no, not according, not thus saith the Lord.
Precepts. Look at a couple precepts. Not get too far from the topic though. Go ahead. And then you got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken of Babylon.
We're talking about the missiles.
Thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Yeah, you got it.
The Lord have opened his armory, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For it is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So because Esau want to go split atoms and want to play life and death like he had that power in his hand, the Lord done gave him his sentence. All right, because you're going to do this, it's going to return upon your old head. Hell going to raise to meet you in the form of a mushroom cloud in your house.
That's right. And that's the work of the Lord.
This is Joel 2 and verse 3. It says, "A fire devoureth before them." Actually, let me get to verse 3. This is Joel 2 and 3. "A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them." So that's just describing on the instrument of the Lord's work, on how he used these missiles that can travel at these Mach speeds to destroy America. And guess what? These lesser nations are being equipped with these as well by these bigger nations. And it's all going to fall upon his own head, because who was the first one who brought that to the war scene? America did. Well, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So guess what? It says that diggeth a pit is going to fall therein. So they're going to receive that same thing, man. They even said that in that movie, Oppenheimer. I can't quote it, but he said it there.
Those that kill with the sword must be killed with the sword too.
Yeah.
That's right. The harbinger of death. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. Verse 19. "And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, Salakia, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah."
Right, we already brought that up.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, going into the missiles, the same way Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed with stones of fury from Yahweh, same thing is going to happen with America today.
Right.
All right, but these missiles are going to be used rather than stones. All right, and it's going
The scripture
to.
says it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than it shall be for this nation.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be even hotter.
It's gonna be even hotter. See that? Huh? Precept? All right, go ahead.
This is Nahum chapter 1, verse 6. Who can stand before his indignation? Who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. So who gonna stand before the Lord's indignation? Who gonna abide his wrath? Who gonna be able to withstand that hot fiery, we'll say furnace, and live to tell about it? Who gonna be able to say, oh yeah, the Lord, his judgment came through, but you see me, I'm good. Ain't nobody withstanding it. Ain't nobody gonna be able to withstand it. The rocks are thrown down by him, so the Lord make the earth to tremble. So this indignation that he gonna bring, if you ain't siding with him, you ain't making it out.
And even for the ones that try to hide from the face of the Lord, because those the same ones that's gonna try to hide themselves, man, they're gonna be cooked too. Because not only if they have that glimpse of or try to run into a bunker, they're gonna get their ass baked. Or when it's all said and done, the Lord's gonna have his hunters to go hunt their ass, man. So what end will it be? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Precept real quick. Ezekiel, this is Sirach 39 and 28. Somebody got it? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force like them nuclear warheads and appease the wrath of him that made them, man. See that? So he made the waste to destroy.
Hey, come.
It's going to appease the Lord's wrath.
Hey, come. Appeasing this wrath, going back into Joel 2, when they say none shall break their ranks, every single one of them is going to hit their targets, man. So all your defensive systems and anything of that sort is not going to suffice within that time, man. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's will has to be fulfilled, man. And that calls for this place to be utterly destroyed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Zaquan, but isn't it that's what the Lord chose of a representation of his indignation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
You want to hear it?
yeah,
Go
come
ahead. You want to make a point? Right after this. Let's help with your point.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5,
That's you.
verse 22. It says, in hailstones full of wrath.
Oh, one more verse up.
This is Ezekiel. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 21. It says, then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow,
The chariots.
shall they fly to the mark.
There you go, them chariots. And it's talking about the missiles. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Go on, brother.
And hailstones full of wrath.
Those are hailstones the brother was just talking about, sure. All right? So hailstones, what?
Full of wrath
Full of wrath.
shall be cast out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them.
Woo, there you go. All right? See? He used those missiles. He created those missiles as a matrix, a carnal form of his wrath. Of the Lord pouring out fire on this earth, man, and destruction. All right? Go ahead, bro. You got a precept? Spirit on you heavy today, bro.
Is that? How you doing? It's Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth his coals in the fire. You brought it out in it?
No, you good. So the Lord, the Most High, created the blacksmith. What did the ancient blacksmiths do? They would create swords for warriors to go to war, go to battle with. You know, you wanted a specific sharpness to it. You want a double-bladed sword. You know what I mean? Go ahead. So he created the modern day engineers and generals or scientists to create these nuclear missiles. The Most High did that. Oppenheimer, what's his name? All right, go ahead. All right, peace, brother. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites, brother. All right, go ahead.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
So the Lord had created. You got a point on that?
You're going off of
Everything, yes.
Yep, the whole thing. Esau creating the Lord allowing Esau to create splitting the atom. Ultimately, that's going to be a snare unto himself. Those going to be the same missiles that destroy this place.
Yeah, the original Mexicans, they started off in the Philippines. Yeah. I was right. I nailed it. See, he looked like a straight up Issachar, right, man? Issachar. But he said he's from the Philippines. Yeah, he like from the West Coast. Yeah, one of those.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna get back to this real quick, and then we can bring more precepts out. All right. Let's go to 34 and 35, and then we'll stop.
Back at 2nd Edras, 15 and 34. Behold,
I might have to do the rest of it. Oh, go ahead.
behold, clouds from the east. Clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon,
Right.
full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another,
Right. Yep. Go ahead.
and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth.
Right. So you would think that's talking about they're gonna be knocking down stars. No. What that means is all these BRICS nations, they're gonna come together, and through Russia, they're gonna bring a lot of missiles down onto this earth, man. And Russia gonna use them as proxies over there in the Middle East to fight. And they're gonna rain down a lot of missiles onto this earth. See, it's documented and it's commanded by the Most High for that to be. All right. So they're gonna smite one upon another, meaning they're gonna join in that battle over there in the Middle East. It's gonna turn into a straight hot proxy war, a straight on war. All right. No longer proxy. Go ahead. So he said what? They're gonna bring down a great multitude of stars upon the earth. What type of star? So it's showing you that this war, that battle that we were just talking about, Armageddon, is gonna turn nuclear. It's gonna go from regular war, ballistics, and it's gonna go nuclear right here. That's what it's talking about. All right, go ahead.
They shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star.
Right, even Russia gonna bring their own down. What is it called? So Russia gonna use their proxies to bring the missiles down. But what it says, Ezekiel 38, be thou prepared thyself and thy army. So Russia gonna use these nations to bring a lot of missiles down onto this earth, and also Russia gonna bring their own. What they got? The
Avant-garde.
the avant-garde.
Satan 1, Satan 2.
We don't even know the name. There's so many.
Kinzone.
That's what I was thinking about. Yep, all the nuclear ones. All right, go ahead.
And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly.
Right, so there's gonna be that much death on this earth. There's gonna be a lot of death. It's, somebody get that slain of the Lord shall be many.
I got you.
Come on, my brother.
It's Isaiah 66.
Right, Revelation 14 and 18.
Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke of flames of fire.
Yep. So that goes into Wisdom of Solomon we were just reading. Chapter 5, I think it was. Where it says, hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow. As a right aiming thunderbolts from the clouds. That's them chariots. That sky look crazy. Beautiful. Yeah, that's better word. You bad, yeah.
Verse 16 says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Right. So this is what the Lord chose to destroy these nations, destroy the wicked with. All right. Somebody get that? I shall consume away in the whole. We already read that. Mm-hmm. Man, we moving quick. How you good? Dealing with that?
Not the eyes, but like
The fire. 1 second. Go ahead.
it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right, so what they say, if somebody was to get hit, they say, hey, you lost a certain amount of pints of blood. You know, so how much blood is in the human body? And if you accumulate that and multiply it by all these individuals, that's how much life is going to be lost on this earth. All right. Yep.
This is Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
There you go. It's going to be nuclear. All right. So it increased. That right there is a timeline. It shows you all the way from the ancient times, the war that the Most High controlled, this great author in the heavens and a writer of our salvation. And he wrote out a story for them to use nuclear missiles now, swords that fly in the sky and they can land and blow up, destroy a whole country in an hour or a few minutes. It's gonna go nuclear, man. Radiation. All right. Let's get that. Revelation 14 and 18.
14 and 18.
Right. It said the sword shall be unto the belly, and the dung of men unto The camel's hoof, man. All right. So go ahead. This is gonna break it down right here.
This is Revelation 14 and 18.
Right. A camel's thigh is about this damn high. You know.
And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle.
Right, because they can't bring the destruction until the Most High says so. Revelation 7 real quick. All right, they're holding back the destruction. Somebody get that, holding back the wind. But what did it say? It said the dung of men. That means the dead. Like Amawan brought out, the slain of the Lord shall be many. So their slain is going to be like the dung of men, basically shit on the ground. All right?
Revelation 7.
Yeah, I need the point. Yeah. Two.
God. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power.
Right.
And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
There you go. So who's holding back the winds and the destruction? The angels. All right. Go ahead, y'all.
It's Revelation 14 and 18.
Yep.
And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sickle and gather the cluster of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle unto the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress.
Right, remember that basket of summer fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead. So their grapes are fully ripe, the wicked and the righteous. All right, so the Lord is holding back the wind so the elect can wake up, and also for the wicked to complete their.
All right, it says, and cast into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle.
Woo! So it's gonna be that much destruction, even unto a horse's bridle. A horse's bridle is up there near their face, and he's some, that's tall as shit. So if you try to fill up a football arena full of liquid or blood, that's how much death is gonna be over there. That high, like a pool of blood.
Like when how this place was all flooded, when the storm surge came with what was it, Ina?
Yeah, this is one of them.
Right, one of them. So that's how the water came all the way up to pass here. Right, that's how high, and it takes a whole lot of water, damn near the whole river, in order to fill it all the way up to it.
Right, and that goes into bodies being stacked up.
Okay.
All right, somebody grab this real quick. I just had it. Dang it. It's in Revelations. This Revelation 15 and 7. It's showing you how the angels are controlling it. All right, I think we ain't done with that one either. But go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 15, verse 7. And one of the four beasts gave unto the seven angels.
Whoa, so one of the four angels gave unto the other seven angels, the last seven angels. Go ahead.
7 golden vials full of the wrath of Yahweh, who liveth forever and ever.
Woo. So yeah. So when that destruction comes, we know that something happened out in the heavens. And the Most High gave the green light to the angels to bring this destruction on the earth, to intervene. All right? Let's go back to where we were at.
Back to second Edras.
No, you read to 20. Oh, you just finished. You finished that. The horse's bridle. Yeah, go ahead.
Second Edras 15, back at 35.
Yep.
They shall smite one upon another. They shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth.
Right, second Ezra 5 and 5.
Even their own stars.
Yep. So they're gonna bring down missiles, ICBM missiles upon this earth. All right, Isaiah 34 and 1. Go ahead, brother.
And blood shall be from the sword into the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's
Yep, camel thigh. Yep.
camel's thigh.
Yeah, they said camel's hoe.
Yeah.
Which is like the thigh, basically. All right. So from the sword into the belly. All right. And go ahead.
And dung of men unto the camel's thigh, and there shall be great filthiness.
Right. Yep. So sword into the belly, also talking about the height of a man. All right. Go ahead.
And there shall be great filthiness and trembling upon earth.
Right. When they see all this happening overseas and all this war breaking out, and then it turned nuclear now, like the brother Kabas just read, it's gonna go fuel a fire. Once it moves into that realm of nuclear, it's gonna be great fear on the earth, man. Everybody gonna be scared from that point. Cause they're gonna know this shit is a wrap. All right. Let me get these real quick. Somebody hold something.
Second Edras 5 and 5.
Yeah. Come.
The book of Second Edras, chapter 5 and
Yep.
verse 5.
Isaiah 34 and 1.
And it says, and blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give its voice.
Right. So blood shall what?
Blood shall drop out of wood.
Right. So picture somebody getting hit with a missile. What's up, brother? Peace, man. Picture somebody getting hit with a missile, and their body and their blood becomes part of the damn environment, part of the ground and shit, or part of the damn wall. They're gonna be molded in and melted into that shit. All right, so blood shall drop out of the wood. Go ahead.
It says,
Gonna be a lot of bloodshed.
and the stone shall give his voice.
Right, the stones shall give their voice. What's that? The infrastructure is gonna be falling apart here. All right, like War of the Worlds and shit getting destroyed. Go ahead.
And the people shall be troubled.
And the people shall be troubled. See that? They're gonna be scared. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And even he shall rule who they look not for that dwell upon the earth.
Oh, that was the point. That was the point. Isaiah 34 and 1. The water, brother.
It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people.
Right. Yeah, hearken, ye people. Yeah, not him.
Let the earth hear, and all that is therein the world,
Right.
and all things that come forth of it.
That's right, man. That's what this message is for today. For all to hear that have ears to hear. All right, go ahead.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Right. They think because they try to block it out that it's not going to happen. You know. But what did the Lord say? What if some did not believe? Should that make the faith of Yahweh without effect? God forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar. Meaning the Lord gonna keep his word, man. All right, go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
Right, so his fury is upon all. This is what I was looking for. I'm tripping. I was really stressing. I was caught out with this one. But his fury is upon all their armies, man. All right, and that's what we're seeing with the war of Armageddon. All right, that's chapter 2 Edras 15. Go ahead.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, so they all join the armies in their respective nations, wherever they're at, and the Lord is delivering them over there to get destroyed. That's right, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse
I'm trying
3.
to talk over his John. We can't hear you. Don't get to hear.
I'm about to say, even Ethiopians know what's coming to America. I was talking to no, he probably don't.
Oh, okay. But let's keep going with this point, though.
Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Yeah, man. There's going to be a lot of dead on this earth, man. That's why it says the dung of men. You know?
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Right? No difference between a piece of shit and a dead body.
You going?
Yeah, all the way to 9.
Oh, okay. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
See, that means whenever you see a mushroom cloud, you know that battle has turned nuclear. And it's dealing with radiation and toxicity. All right? Whenever there's a mushroom cloud, there's something nuclear involved. Damn. No, I'm just saying how it looks.
Kind of like just standing around moving.
Everything, yeah, it's crazy right there. That's deep, right?
All their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
That's right, man. Yep, go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Yeah, all those missiles they're gonna fall to the earth. They're gonna be bathed in the heaven, but they're gonna fall like figs to the earth. All right.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
So when it's gonna come down, with the focus of those missiles is to destroy this place, Babylon, America. All right, Idumea.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And upon the wicked. All right, the third part of men. Go ahead.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
It's filled with blood, meaning what? There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed because of these missiles. All right. It said before it is the Garden of Eden, and behind it is a desolate wilderness. All right. It's gonna be filled with blood, man. So you picture a sword that was clean, and then now once it does its damage, he pull it out. Now it got blood all over it. Go ahead.
And it is made fat with the fatness
and with the blood of lambs and goats.
That's why he said what the blood shall be to the thigh and all that. Yep, it's gonna be made. It's gonna increase the destruction and death on this earth. That's what the ICBMs are for. That's what those missiles and nuclear weapons are for, man. To increase destruction and death. That's it. It's not for. It's not a gardening tool. You know, it's not. It's not to repopulate the earth. That shit is made to depopulate. Go ahead.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra.
Right. All their wealth and riches. You know, he said the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You know, so everything's gonna be melted here with fervent heat. You know.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yep. So America. All right, that was it. All the way 9.
Verse 7.
Oh shit.
And the unicorn shall come down with them.
Right. The unicorn represents their generals, their leaders, their high officials. All right, like presidents. Go ahead. They all gonna come down. Their leaders too. Go ahead.
And the bullocks with the bulls.
Right. All their generals. You know, basically all their military. Go ahead. The government.
And their land shall be soaked with blood.
This land's gonna be soaked with blood. That's a terminology they use in Russia where they say you're gonna become part of the soil. All right.
And their dust made fat with fatness.
Right. What their dust gonna be made fat with fatness, meaning what? The ground is gonna be increased with blood. What did it say? The blood shall be into the horse's bridle. All right. So the ground is gonna be increased with bloodshed, man. That's what it means to be made fat with fatness. All right.
Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the countries of Zion. Controversy.
That's gonna be a horrible year. Let's see what he's listening to. All right, go ahead. He probably listening to us. Yeah, that's funny. All right, Isaiah 66 and 16.
It's Isaiah 66 and 16.
We might stop at 39, right?
It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
One more.
It says, they that sanctify themselves.
It said the slain of the Lord shall be many, right? Go ahead.
You talking about me, but keep going on.
Isaiah 66 and 16. I need this one real quick. Isaiah 66 and 16.
Isaiah 66 and 16.
Yeah, then you got it.
It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, just that one right there. That's it. All right. So by fire and by his sword that he created in this earth, in the matrix, he's going to judge all the flesh that he considers wicked, man. Sheesh. All right. And then the Akash, you got one too, right? All right. Right after Akanak, real quick. Go ahead.
It's Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Right. That day is coming. They can't stop it, man. It's like a breach ready to fall. Ready. Everything will be made ready already. It's got to fall on this place. Go ahead.
And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right, all that do wickedly, come. That's the third part of men, 2/3 of our people, and these heathens.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall neither leave them root nor branch.
Right, he says stubble. So all their household, their children, missile ain't gonna be like, oh, I ain't gonna hurt no child. I'm gonna go no, they wherever it land, they're gonna get obliterated. You thought that was missile. So, all right, it said what? It's gonna be made ready. All right, somebody read Akkad.
This is Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 32.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Yeah. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the earth. And I bring that out because, hey, it's in that evil day, and nobody gonna be worried about brother ain't buried over there. Hey, they're gonna be stepping right over them. Hey, moving us.
in fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in prayer, hoping the Lord, bring you through the fire.
Yep. And it's gonna cause a lot of mourners to go about the streets because man goes to his long home. You're gonna see a lot of death on the earth.
I don't know what they be reading in the church, but
Whatever they got going on, the Lord gonna get us through it.
yeah, they could only be possibly reading John chapter 3. That's it.
They stop right there.
Yeah. All right. Who's reading?
You still have one more verse in this.
Oh yeah, there's one more down here.
Oh yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 9. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone.
Right. And what did Putin just say? That new missile they got, they can turn them into fragments, into dust.
God damn.
He said factual. He said it's a fact, a scientific fact that new missile they got that they just tested the other day that we thought was an ICBM, it's an IRBM. All right, it can actually turn them into dust over in Ukraine. They said the next time they get tried like that, Russia said they're gonna use it.
Isn't that? It says that. In,
dust, chaff.
Yeah.
And this ain't even a nuclear one.
They got crazy.
The nuclear one gonna turn things into lava. They're gonna mix dust and lava together.
I want to see that phosphorus one, that white phosphorus.
Phosphorus one, man.
Yeah.
It's literally, the floor is literally gonna be
Lava. The floor is lava. Anybody want to play?
Didn't Russia just drop a non-nuclear
That's what I'm talking about.
on land in Ukraine, I believe?
That's what we're talking about. Yep, that's it. It turned. He took the warheads off, but once he put the warheads on there, he said this was just a test. He's gonna do a few more tests. He said, but he said the next time he can just put warheads on there, and it's gonna turn that whole place into dust. Anybody that's in the vicinity. That's like literally. He said literal.
Spring cleaner.
That's right, man. I want to see that shit.
Pass me the sauce.
Ate the water for y'all. Watch him, y'all was
Yeah, you know damn well y'all gonna be on TikTok looking it up, trying to see it. All right, where was that?
37.
All right, you want to pass it off to me? Okay.
The second Edras, 15 and 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth.
Right, these people not trembling now, but when the war breaks out, that's when they're gonna tremble. You know, even their military soldiers, they're gonna be trembling when they see what Russia and China and all these nations got up their sleeve. All right, go ahead.
And they that see the wrath shall be afraid.
See, they're gonna be afraid, man. You're gonna see it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Tweet.
And trembling shall come upon them.
Right, they're gonna have that scary music in the background they be playing while they talking. Boom, check this out. Did you know? So and so. Go ahead.
Verse 38. And then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north.
See, this talking about who? Now it's talking about America getting involved. See, it told you that Russia not gonna get involved, but now America's allies, America gonna come over there and get directly involved in the war. All right, no more proxies. Go ahead.
And another part from the west.
The west. There you go. It said the east. Now it said the west. What Russia keep talking about? They hate the west. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And strong winds shall arise from the east.
Whoa, those strong winds shall arise from the east. Those eastern nations. Go ahead.
And shall open it.
Open it means to stop it. So you can imagine a storm showing up scary as hell, and then a trough shows up and cuts it off and disperses the storm. That's like Russia and its allies. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we good. So basically, when America finally gets involved in that war over there, and they bring out their missiles and destruction and threats, Russia and China and its allies, they're gonna stop it. And we're gonna see it according to scripture. Go ahead.
Back at 39. And the strong wind shall arise from the east and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath.
Right. So the cloud which America had, remember that he created a trap for them. Thou art taken, right? So America gonna be like, yeah, we'll bring our nukes. We're gonna go nuclear now. We're gonna bring our ballistic missile.
Water.
Go ahead.
And the star steered to cause fear toward the east and west wind.
Read that again.
Yep. And the star steered, right? It's like, and the star steered to cause fear toward the east and west wind shall be destroyed.
Right. So how did that star cause fear towards the east and the west? Let's go to Revelation 13, where it says cause fire to come. Right. All right. So now these nations are equipped to stop that onslaught from America. And we're gonna see this happen on this earth, man. They're gonna pull the Mutombo on them. No. No. Not in my town.
This is Revelations 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Right, it's talking about America and Esau. They did great wonders, so that they made fire come down from heaven, man, of missiles. In the sight of men, in the sight of the east and the west. All these nations, go ahead.
It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
It deceived everybody because they started thinking America was like a God, powerful nation, that God was dealing with America. Go ahead.
By the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which deadly wound, which like would have been wounded by a sword and did live.
Talking about the Roman Empire. So through America, the Roman Empire or Europe, they put fear into these other nations and caused them to submit to America and the dollar system, right? Because of that deterrent. Now, where was we at? Let's keep going. So now, America has their star, which is those, Revelation 16 and 12. I don't know what this is going to be, but we're going to see.
Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out his, that's what I thought y'all brought up. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof were dried up.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I kind of got you. Look at Revelation 8 and 10.
Revelations 8, verse 10.
All the way 13.
It says, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven.
Whoa, so now it's telling you that this star is talking about nuclear missiles, man. All right, Revelation 9 was talking about it. So these stars is talking about a different type of missile, not just a ballistic missile, not just any type of sword, but a toxic, bitter sword. All right, wormwood.
It says, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers,
Yep.
and upon the fountains of waters.
Yep. So all over the world, but mainly over here in America. All right, it's gonna cause all kind of death and destruction in this place, around the waters around it, called nuclear fallout. And it's gonna poison the other nations around the world. That's in 2nd Edras, I think 16, if I'm not mistaken.
It says, in the name of the star is called wormwood.
See, wormwood, which means bitter or toxic, like blood, like putting blood in water and trying to drink it. That's toxic. So putting radiation in water and trying to drink it, that's toxic. All right.
And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
See that? So a portion of the waters are going to become toxic, and many nations around the world, after America gets destroyed, hit with them missiles, it's going to cause a famine and nuclear fallout around the world, man. With nuclear fallout also is actually also called hell freezing over, because after the fallout, it comes a nuclear winter, which can also take the oxygen out of the water and kill the plankton and the fish. All right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten.
Right, so a portion of the sun was smitten, meaning throughout the day. All right, go ahead.
And the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars.
Right, so it's basically saying, to sum it up, day and night is going to be pitch black. And smoke clouds in the sky, where you can't see the stars, you can't see the moon, you can't see the sun. That's a nuclear fallout. And that's going to cause what? A nuclear winter. All right? Because without the sun, everything will freeze under it. Once them clouds block out the sun, it's going to cause everything to freeze. All right, it's called a nuclear winter. Go ahead, bro.
This Revelations 8 and verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great fire from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of that star is called Wormwood. And the third.
Yeah, we reading that.
Okay, Slot.
Nah, I'm cool. Do the echo. All right, you want to show that? It's a star. Yep.
Because nuclear, when they go out into space and they come back into the Earth, and when it enters in the Earth, it looks like a star, a falling star.
That's right. Just like them IRBMs the other day.
Well, yeah.
They're like stars.
It's coming out of the atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a shooting star.
God.
And imagine seeing that in the ancient times. All you just say, I saw a star fall. I don't know what it was, but it looked like a sword. Excalibur. All right, where we at? Somebody read verse 12. Yeah.
It says, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened.
Right. So a portion of the sun, moon, and the stars, the light is going to be blotted out. All right, called a nuclear fallout. Go from the mushroom cloud.
And the day shone not for a third part of it.
You can see that here when there's a forest fire out in Orange Park, and the sky be real dark, and you can't see the sun really. Same thing. Or at nighttime when the moon turned red because of pollution.
It says, in the night likewise, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels.
There you go, man. So they controlling it. They're controlling the destruction. All right, it's from the Lord. So now let's keep going, brother. Let's finish this verse right here. Verse 40.
Verse 40.
Yeah, Isaiah 13 and 9.
Second Edras. Oh, you want that first?
No, you good.
All right. Second Edras 15 and 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up full of wrath, and the star that they make, that they may make all the earth afraid.
See? The nukes start dropping, they're gonna make all the. That's what the Most High want. He want fear. And he gonna get that fear from these people. Remember what did we start off with? Evil shall grow upon the earth, but they shall think themselves to be in good case. But when all hell start breaking loose, they're gonna be afraid of that which is high. All right, the destruction. All right, go ahead.
And them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out.
That's the pour.
And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place, and horrible star.
So when America get involved in that war in the Middle East and start dropping nukes over there, or ballistic or tactical nukes or ballistic missiles, tomahawks, that's when Russia is gonna be a direct war over there, a direct war in Ukraine, and it said what? Russia and his allies, they're gonna drop out them nuclear missiles all over the damn earth, wherever America bases at. All right, every high and eminent place where America has bases. But guess what it's gonna lead to? To America's doorstep. Let's keep reading.
Verse 41. Fire and hail and fleeing swords and many waters, that all fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
That goes into tsunamis. All right, once the missiles hit, as we read in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 5, it's going to cause tsunamis on the earth. What they got, the Poseidon?
Radioactive tsunamis.
Radioactive tsunamis, man. Go ahead. It's going to be everything at once. Go ahead. It's going to be like you landed on damn Mars and shit in the chaos. You're going to feel like you're on a damn foreign planet.
Verse 42. And they shall break down the cities.
They're going to break down the cities.
And walls.
And the walls, all the defenses.
Mountains and hills.
Yep.
Trees of the wood.
Yep.
And grass of the meadows.
Wait, what did Revelation 7 say? Somebody get it? My bad. I ain't let somebody know.
It's Revelation 7.
Yep, they didn't not.
Revelation 7 and 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead.
Basically saying, don't bring that destruction that's going to burn down everything until we get the elect out of there. Right? Read that again, brother.
Back at verse 42, 2nd Edras 15.
Right.
And they shall break down the cities and walls,
Elements shall melt.
mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows, and their corn.
Jeez, all the farms too. Everything here is going to be melted. All right, so that's showing you a blast radius. All right, if it just said their houses, yep. You can let somebody else hold it.
Turn, I'm gonna pass it.
Okay. If it just said their houses, I'll hold that one. if it just said their houses or certain people, no, it said what? The land, the grass, the houses, the fields, the farms. That let you know this blast radius is going to reach all the way out into the damn country, out in the woods, and out into the farm. All right. You got something? Yeah, go ahead. Interjection real quick. Don't lose your spot.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise,
Yeah, a little louder.
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up.
That's everything we just read. Right? Go ahead, brother. But what is going to happen after that? So all that's happening. That's talking about around the world. They ain't just talking about America yet. All right, now all them battles that's about to happen around the world is going to be right here to this doorstep. Go ahead.
Verse 43. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon.
Whoa. So so that war, don't miss the point, y'all. So that war that's happening in the east and Ukraine is basically going to lead Russia and all their allies to the doorstep of America. All right, and what did I say in Ezekiel 38? You should think an evil thought. Go ahead, brother.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38 in verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations.
Right, because America is originally a desolate place, but it's inhabited. Go ahead.
Which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Woo, come on, man. Yo, read that again.
Verse 43.
Yep.
And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid.
Right. What do you say? He's going to raise up Jeremiah 51:12?
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes.
Right, set up the watchmen, set up the walls, set up your defenses, America. All right, set up your brigandines, set up your witchcrafts and all your spells you try to do. Go ahead.
Hey, do everything you can, you still won't be able to stop it.
Right.
It says, set up the watchmen,
Yeah.
prepare the ambushes, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have both devised and done that, which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
Wow. Con. Read that again, Babaka Shah.
2nd Edras 15 and 42.
Right, he said, set up a standard upon the walls of Babylon. Go ahead.
And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows.
Right, man. So the rich man's strength, wealth is in his strong city. All right. And the Lord said they shall build, but he shall throw it down. All right. Somebody get Joel 2. No, we ain't about to read all that.
I want to say we kind of brought out a lot of Joel too, though.
Jeremiah 51 and 1. We're going to give a couple of these.
This is Jeremiah
I'm tripping, man.
chapter 51.
Hold on, let me read the next verse real quick. All right. Go ahead, my bad, brother.
Back at verse 42. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, grass of the meadows, and their corn. 43. And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid.
Yeah, keep going.
They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up into the heavens.
That's when that prophecy is gonna come to pass. That's when that prophecy is gonna come to pass of that mushroom cloud in America. And once that happens, that's it. All right. So around the world, it's gonna be this, but it's gonna be tactical nukes or whatever they're gonna do. And then when America gets involved in that war over in the east and over in Ukraine or whatever, it's gonna be a head-on war, and it's gonna heat up to a nuclear battle, and then it's gonna lead them to the borders of America, and they're gonna drop their missiles on this place next. All right. They're going to destroy it off the face of the earth. And that's the end of the prophecies, man, before we get delivered. In the midst of that. All right, so we're seeing it play out. You know, we're seeing the fire that's kindled. All right, so we know the Father's will. Jeremiah 51:3.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51
and 1. My bad.
Verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind."
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep, we can skip down to 11.
All right, verse 11. "Make back the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. For his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the vengeance of his temple."
Right, no more proxies. It's going to be direct hot war, man. All right, and when they finally destroy this place, or even the threat of it, we know that it's the Most High that have driven humanity to this point, to deliver the children of Israel, and to establish his righteous kingdom upon his earth, and to give the throne to his son Yahushua. All right, and to give us our inheritance, our reward.
That's crazy, because there was a I forgot who it was, but it said World War III will be fought with nuclear missiles. World War IV we fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah, and another statement from Russia said the only ones that'll make it through World War III will be mutants.
Hey, he has a point there.
It's the monsters.
You get it. He said they should give birth to monsters. That's talking about nuclear babies. They're gonna come out looking like that.
Get ready.
Futurama.
All right,
Oh yeah.
We're gonna end it there, man. Anybody got any precepts? Close out. You got one? Yeah, go ahead. You can close out.
All right, this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 3.
Right.
A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them,
Yeah.
and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Right.
Yea, nothing shall escape them.
Sheesh. I wanted to go through that whole chapter, but it's cool. Yeah, man, that was good, man. All right, that's right, man. We want to thank the Most High, man, Yahweh and His Son Yahushua, man, for blessing us with the understanding and seeing how important it is to stay in this truth, to stay hunkered down, to do that business quietly, you know, and to maintain, to keep refreshing yourself too, keep making it new to you. You know, don't look at your journey and you look at, oh, I done got old because of my journey. You know, you got to be a journeyman, and a journeyman knows how to refresh, knows how to change gears, all right, and stay in the spirit, because we almost out of here, man. And yeah, they got a straight up judgment and destruction coming to them. All right, with that, we want to end it. We want to say, call, Allah, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Qadash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And shalom to you, Akim. Don't hit it yet, though. And Aquatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Right? Say shalom.
Shalom.
Catch that on the video real fast.
Come.
Yo, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, catch that to the right, too, a little bit. Just that line.
Woo.
Right. All right, with that, we're going to say shalom, man.
Shalom.
ETA.